I'm John McLeese, and this is Bold Radio. Sometimes in life you need good advice. No one is an expert at absolutely everything. That's why we're very proud to present the Bold Radio Expert Series, where we welcome a qualified and experienced individual to offer sound advice on an aspect of running a business. Our guest today is Vince Barletta, leader of Yes Winnipeg. Yes Winnipeg is an initiative of Economic Development Winnipeg, whose mission is to grow and strengthen Winnipeg's economy by assisting in the creation and retention of jobs and by identifying opportunities that attract capital investment. Yes Winnipeg is able to accomplish this goal by attracting new companies to Winnipeg, assisting entrepreneurs in bringing their ideas to life, and helping existing businesses expand. Among those roles, another key function of Yes Winnipeg is site selection and support of businesses seeking consultation on where they can expand or relocate in our city. Vince, welcome to the program.
Thanks, John. Good to be here.
It's good to have you. Firms considering relocating or expanding are almost always evaluating a number of determining factors and costs of doing business in a particular location. What are some of the factors that come into play for clients that you are looking at assisting?
Well, at Yes Winnipeg, we help clients large and small. We help companies that are here in the community today with their expansion plans. We also help companies that may be new to the city in finding sites. So the first step for us really is to understand as much as we can about the companies that we're working with, understand their needs, for instance, for workforce, access to infrastructure, whether that be road, rail, air cargo, and whether or not they can get their goods to and from market based on the locations that they're looking at. So many factors will come into play in that kind of decision-making. Wage levels will be one, availability of talent and workforce, land costs, building costs, and other costs in the city, for instance, taxes and fees. At the end of the day, we work with companies to help them understand the overall value proposition of doing business in Winnipeg.
What are some of the primary motivators for a business that's looking to relocate or change locations? What are some of the key drivers that determine their reason to stay in Winnipeg or expand in Winnipeg?
So in the case of companies that may be here today, they could be looking at modernizing their facility, moving into a more up-to-date space. That could be a manufacturer, it could be a distribution company. Maybe they're no longer in the right location for doing business in the city. Maybe their facility is a little old and not as efficient as it once was. And so we'll see companies as well that have outgrown their space, which is tremendous. They're looking to add new jobs and activity to what they're doing. But in all cases, companies are motivated by the need for change and to be able to capture new opportunities and to reach new markets. And they look to do that with increased efficiency and with a new location or a expanded location here in the city. Is
there a lot of expansion space, like warehousing space, developed space in Winnipeg to accommodate that kind of expansion?
Well, there certainly is available space at any given time in the market, whether it's manufacturing, whether it's for distribution, whether it's for retail and office. There'll always be an inventory that's available and ready to go for lease or purchase in various parts of the city. But again, that's an option for some. Others are looking for a build-to-suit opportunity and new office space. So the Winnipeg market really does have all those available.
What sector, if we were to look at, manufacturing, service industry, what sector is more favorable in different areas of Winnipeg, could fit into those areas?
Sure. Well, in the end, Winnipeg really has tremendous opportunities for really any type of business sector, and that's one of the elements of Winnipeg's economy and Manitoba's economy, incredibly diversified. So opportunities for manufacturing exist in our industrial areas here in the city. Opportunities for transportation and distribution in locations such as Centerport, where the infrastructure is good for heavy truck movements. There's access to rail and the airport as well. And some companies will have specific requirements for rail or air access. For companies that are in need of office space, obviously downtown's a well-established office environment, but others will be looking for a more suburban office location for instance, amenities such as parking, or they need to service clients from outside the city.
It's Bold Experts. I'm John McLeese, and this is Vince Barletta. He's the leader of Yes Winnipeg, and he is responsible, his organization, for expanding and attracting businesses here to Winnipeg. Vince, at what stage of the process that we've been talking about would a company decide to connect with Yes Winnipeg?
Well, it really happens at all stages. At Yes Winnipeg, we try and get acquainted with our clients as soon in the process as we can. And for a company that's already here in Winnipeg, that might be once they've made the decision to expand their facility or, again, look for a more modern facility that increases efficiency and expands their capacity and meets their needs. We also have a very significant proactive element to what we do. So we work with companies all over the world, all over North America that are looking to expand and grow, and we try and attract those opportunities here to Winnipeg. The earlier in the process we can get into that, the better. We may have an example of a company looking at a distribution facility where perhaps they're looking at Winnipeg and a location in Saskatchewan or Calgary. What's the case we can make for Winnipeg over those locations? We may have an opportunity that's manufacturing or in creative industries where that company might be looking all over North America. And so, again, we try and understand as much as we can about the business, be proactive, and make that value proposition for the city of Winnipeg.
Just very quickly, I know the site selection process can be very, very complex. How can Yes Winnipeg help a client navigate through that?
Well, we compile reports. We provide the most up-to-date information we can to the clients that we work with. A big way of how we do it is working with the companies that invest in Yes Winnipeg. We have companies from commercial real estate, development, construction. We can provide up-to-date listings, up-to-date pricing, so that our clients have the most accurate information to make a full decision.
And Yes Winnipeg, if people want to find out more about how they could look to you to help them, how could they do that?
They can call Vince anytime, and they can call me at 945-1962, and they can reach me at yeswinnipeg.com.
There you have it. Vince Barletta, he is the leader of Yes Winnipeg. If you want to expand your business, if you want to set up in Winnipeg, he's the expert to talk to. Bold Radio experts. Thanks, Vince.